Onto this story now. The ANC is paying tribute to one of its senior staffers, Pule Mlambo, today. Mlambo was also the regional secretary of the ANC in the Greater Johannesburg region. He passed away on the 10th of January following a short illness. The funeral service is taking place at the Walter Sisulu Hall in Randburg, and our reporter Lindokuhle Xulu is there and he joins us now live. Lindo, just very quickly, tell us if you're spotting, for instance, any ANC heavyweights at the funeral?
Well, we are, Maseko, but you are right. We are at the funeral service of Ubaba Mlambo, who was a senior official or a senior employee of the ANC, as rightfully said. And today it is a funeral service of him. There are ANC members that have gathered here in Randburg and in the Walter Sisulu Hall. But I can tell you that, yes, we've seen some dignitaries arrive here. These include some senior members of the ANC, and influential or otherwise infamous, you would have known or made a decision yourself, but among them is, of course, the suspended ANC Secretary General, that is Ubaba eNCA, who is expected to actually speak here. We've also seen Carl Niehaus is also here, but what is expected to happen is that as the progress just behind me continues, there will be some of the messages that will be read out. This includes the message of the former President Jacob Zuma. So certainly this is a funeral service that will see a lot of messages from some of senior members of the ANC, former and otherwise present, and some suspended. But I can tell you that one of the people that had already spoken up there was a friend of the Ubaba Mlambo, who spoke about how he was an activist of the radical economic transformation, the RET forces, and what he essentially spoke about there was the fact that the Ubaba Mlambo was a person who was for radical economic transformation, but what this means, according to them, is that they were for the implementation of the full resolutions of the conference that was taken, you'd remember. But let me just give you a sense then of the fact that this is the reason why we're seeing some of the people that are affiliated to that, including Ubaba eNCA, who's expected to speak. So the program is underway behind us, and we'll be getting a sense really of what their messaging is all about. But they've been quite robust and quite straightforward about the fact that as radical economic transformation activists, what they want to see is a full implementation of resolutions and not just half of it.
And Lindo, I'm not surprised that you mention the suspended Secretary General eNCA having come to that funeral. I read in some of the tributes sent by the ANC that Mr. Mlambo did in fact work in the suspended Secretary General's office at Lindokuhle House. But what else can you tell us about Mr. Mlambo? For instance, any children? Have we heard from his family, his wife maybe?
We've just heard from the sister, we've heard from his cousin. There are certainly children, and some of the messages coming from the stage are saying that we want to thank the family really for allowing Ubaba Mlambo to be a part of the ANC, because if it were not for them actually allowing it, he wouldn't be here. But we are expecting also the wife to actually have a message that will be read out on her behalf. There is her family and her children are inside here. But again, I think one of the points of interest here is to see some people who are really affiliated towards or associated with the term RET forces are here, and some of them are expected to speak. And of course, we know that the biggest figure in the associations towards the RET is Ubaba Jacob Zuma, who is also has a message that will be read out. Not sure by who, but my guess would be that it would be Ubaba Carl Niehaus.